Well, speaking about the man, right?
Yeah, I
Gattuso,
was
year
segueing
one.
from the match report. Is it fair now to talk about year one because Gattuso is, you know, when it comes to his first year with Napoli, is it a success? Is it a failure? Is it so needs work? Needs improvement. Roberto Longo writes, and sorry guys, Gattuso should be only a placeholder. He's not tactically sound as a coach. Well, listen, we had the man, we had one of the best, if not the best Italian manager you could ever have in Ancelotti, and he couldn't get it done. Now Gattuso comes in, he basically saves our season last year. We were in 14th when Gattuso got canned. I mean, when Ancelotti got canned, and we ended up 7th. Did we make the Champions League? No. But we made Europe, and we won a cup. And we had a pretty decent run as well, Gattuso had a really rocky start to his tenure, losing 3 or 4 matches. But let's take a look, Ralph. I know we have a ticker there, so I'm going to read off to everybody what the table looks like from the moment Gattuso took over. So since Gattuso became coach, and this ticker is considering matches played on the pitch, not court decisions, not point penalties, not none of this stuff. 35 in 36 matches for Napoli. 35 because the Juve match was never played. So that was decided in court. So 35 matches for Napoli since he took over. Okay. 36 for the rest of the teams, except for, I believe, Atalanta and Juve because Juve was with us. And then Atalanta is missing a match from when it was canceled for, I think it was the weather or it was COVID or something. Milan have 77 points. Inter was 74. Juve was 71. Atalanta was 70. So there's your Champions League 4. And then Napoli was 68. Roma was 67. And Lazio was 66. Right? Again, these are points earned on the pitch in matches played on the pitch. There's that Roma decision that was overturned, and they ended up getting a 3-0 loss. So they are actually a point less in the standings, and Napoli are a point less because of the penalty. But also Juve have 4 more points in reality because of, or 3 more because of the decision. But on the pitch, Gattuso finishes in 5th place, 2 points behind Atalanta. Now, this is only in 36 matches, 35, 36 matches, okay? Napoli have 3 matches to essentially play a full season, and if Napoli can overcome those points, then in a full season, Napoli finished top 4. And essentially, this is what we brought Gattuso in to do, bring us back to the Champions League. Because we weren't going to the Champions League with Ancelotti at the helm. It wasn't happening. Mm-hmm. So now, do we look at it as, a failure, or do we look at it as something positive? Now, I mean, it comes to 22 wins, 2 draws, and 12 losses. 12 losses is a lot of losses, but it also 22 wins and only 2 draws. Don't forget, we've yet to draw a match this season.
Right.
Juventus won the league last year with a whole lot of losses, and I don't have that number in front of me, but I remember seeing, maybe it was 7 or 8 losses. There's a lot of losses. You know what I mean?
Well, Rafa, to be fair, I don't think Gattuso still hasn't had a proper full year left. He adopted a Napoli that was in turmoil, like you said, in middle of the table. They were having issues. There was like mutinies. There was all this. I mean, to even volunteer to walk into that situation, I give the guy a lot of props. The end of last year, I feel like a lot of it was kind of like he was testing the waters, trying different players in different places. He wanted to see who can do what. Like, I didn't see much consistency, but I didn't really expect it. Like you said, he came in, he was just trying to get through the end of the season, see what he can do. And I'm sure his biggest goal was to actually, figure out who was going to do what for the next season. He won he won the Coppa Italia against Juve, so that was a big deal, and that was great. He
And that
got a
was his
few players.
Coppa, mind you. Let me just interject. That was
Go
his
ahead.
Coppa. Ancelotti had no matches in Coppa Italia that season. And
Right,
this was a team that when they started that Coppa campaign, they were losing a lot of men. They had lost to
right,
Lazio 1-0 before they had to go play Perugia in the Coppa, and then ended up beating Lazio in the Coppa. So
right.
he
But he
pulled them
won it.
back. He pulled them
Yeah,
back.
no, he
You
did.
can't
Listen,
deny that he did what he had to do when it comes to getting them back on track. Who was it that said it? It was I believe it was I don't remember who it was, but one of the guys on the pitch said that Gattuso took this team that was mentally broken. I think it was Gulam who said it. It
right,
was Gulam. Gulam said this team was mentally broken when Gattuso took it over, and now we're playing attacking and we're playing fun
right,
football. But at the same
right.
time, their mental lapses are still there because this is
Right,
all
but
mental.
listen, Gattuso. Rafa. Either way, though, that's fine. I'm glad he gave them a boost in their personality, in their camaraderie and all that. But either way, as of right now, I don't see a whole lot of consistency, and I'd like to see a little bit more with Gattuso. And that's kind of going to my next, my final point, mind you, for this topic is I want a little bit more consistency. Why is he showing me flashes of brilliance and then flashes of like complete mental breakdown? Today was a mental breakdown. What happened with Sassuolo? What happened with Milan? Just complete breakdowns, man. Like he is getting tactically outsmarted by every team that we're gonna compete with in order to win a Scudetto. That can't happen. We're not gonna win a Scudetto that way. You know, like you said, he he did change things. He did help things, and I'm not gonna deny that. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, Rafa. But I need just a little bit more for him, and it's got to come. There's no more testing the waters at this time. At this moment, you should know who's able to do what. You should be able to line up the team, whether it be formations, tactics, or what have you, and get the result that you want. You're not going to win every game, I know, and you're going to have a tough time. You're going to have a tough time. I'm going to give it to Roberto here. You're going to have a tough time against the bigger teams, and I get it, and it's okay. But I mean, we look like a disaster losing. It's not like this was hard fought back and forth, and then in the final minute we gave one up. No, no, no. This is like we look like a mess. We're looking like trash out there against these teams that we got to win. If we want to win the Scudetto or even stay in the top four, we're gonna have to compete with Milan and Sassuolo and Inter. We got to do what we got to do against these guys. But there's still hope, and I want to kind of look at it as the glass half half full.